So I walked up about 3 minutes from when I last stopped the video, and this right here, you can see the path all the way up to there. That hole right there in the center of the screen, that's the path coming down. And it splits off, goes that way, and it splits off and goes that way. So, and we passed another trail that goes through there. So, deer will use cedars as a getaway, because if you check it out, if you get real low to the ground, under these cedars you can see. So they will bed in these cedars, because you can see it all up underneath these trees. And it hides their scent too. So, they do that for, people, things or people after them. Coyotes, people, anything that will hunt deer do this so that they have a getaway. And they can slip through these real easily. So, I'm walking through here, and I'm not making a bit of noise. And deer know that. That's why they go through these thickets of cedar trees. And I love these cedar trees on our property because it's in the middle of our property. And the backside where the power lines are, where I'm about to head to, is all open. And then in the middle of our property is a bunch of cedar trees. And then on the outside out that way, it is open, where Dad has been clearing and taking rocks out of the ground just to make it a nice clean pasture to mow and for the deer. And we've been putting food plots out there, a lot of clover, and I've been throwing in a mixture of throw and grow stuff for the deer's antlers. So if you are wanting food plots and you don't want to till up the ground and stuff, you can go to Walmart or Dick's or Dunham's and different sporting goods places, and you can get no-till throw and grow. So what you do is you'll sprinkle on the ground, throw it out on the ground, find you a spot, make sure it's not fully grown up. So like this spot in here, you would have to take out this greenery. So basically, get your weed eater, weed eat all that down real good, and then down to the ground, the actual ground, and then you'll just throw it out there. So you should really throw it on just dirt, but you can throw it basically on anything and it'll grow, and it comes up, and deer love it. I always like to find stuff for antler growth, because it's good vitamins and protein, and it makes their antlers get bigger. So, alright, going on up the hill. Alrighty, so, come across another thing. 2 years ago, I seen this right below a cedar tree. This is actual scraping from an animal. I couldn't figure out what done this. And 2 years ago, right over there, right up here from here is the field that's by the power lines. And this is where we see big bucks come across all the time. And so over this hill is another batch of cedars that goes down, where I'm taking you to show you where my dad's big 9 was killed and my 10-pointer. But down there on that hillside, I seen this also, and was wondering what it was. I couldn't understand what was doing this. And they're just coming in here and scraping the ground like this. At first, I thought it was turkey. Then Dad was like, turkey wouldn't do that right there like that. You would see claw marks and stuff. Which was, he's right, true. And one day I was coming over here, coming down the hill, and I seen something on the ground doing this. I'm like, what in the world is that? It was black. I couldn't see any other colors on it. Turns out it was a skunk. So a skunk was coming in here, digging and getting grubs out of the ground. So I watched him for about 10-15 minutes, see what he was doing. Finally noticed what it was, because it was all black. He didn't have any kind of white on him besides under his chin. So not all skunks are black and white people. Some skunks can be all black, some skunks can be all white. They can be different mixtures of white and black. So just beware of a black object come to the woods. Steer from it, unless you know exactly what it is. Because I'm telling you, you don't want to get sprayed by a skunk. Not only will you stink really bad and people don't want to be around you, and it's hard to get off of you, and two, deer smell that and they avoid that area. So, just to let you know that. Alright, so that was a quick tip on that too. And I'm going to go up over this knoll. So this is the power lines. And right here where these cedar trees right here are, my Uncle Rick had a deer stand there. It was a 20-footer tripod, and it was dangerous though. It would sway in the wind and stuff. And one day he was out here and he was hunting in the rainstorm, and man, that thing was going everywhere, tilting back and forth. It was nuts. I was like, you know what? Screw that. So he had bought some property. He took it down and took it with him. And so what I'm going to do is right there where he had that, back in those cedars a little bit, when I take some of those cedars out, put a big stand like I'm building over on the other side of the property, and put one right there. So that way we can see down the other side of this hill in the power line, and see down this side of the hill in the power line. And then back up in that corner over there, a little bit in the trees, there is another property, and those bucks come right through here. Big bucks too. One day I came out where I'm standing now, went across to these other cedars, was going down in the cedars, and all of a sudden I heard some trees, tree branches ruffling around, and all of a sudden I took a little quarter turn around, and there was about a 12 or 13 pointer standing behind me with a drop tine. It was a nice buck. Well, I had my 243 with me, and before I could totally swing around, he put the cedar trees in between me and him. I didn't want to shoot through the cedar trees because I didn't know where it was going, and I didn't want to shoot from hilltop to hilltop, because that's basically what I would be doing. I always want to shoot in a bank of some sort if you're using a high power rifle, because you don't know how far that bullet's going to go. At 300 yards, my 243 will drop 6 inches. But I can shoot well over 300 yards with my 243. I think roughly 500 yards is kind of the max with it. That's with a really, really good scope. So, and I don't have no 500 yard shots here. The most I have is 250, 300 yards, which is plenty enough. That's a good shooting distance. So I'm gonna go on over, and keep in mind I'm gonna stay in these cedars. I want to show you the power lines. I may try to go over the cedars and then go on the other side out. That way no one can really see what I'm doing on other properties. This is our property, so I'm not worried about other people, but I just don't like letting people know where I'm hunting at, because around here, if they know you're hunting in the area, they want to come in and try to screw it up. So just keep in mind with that. Alright, see you in a minute.